Hey, welcome back to the channel. Just want to apologise, I'm not posting as many videos lately, simply because I've had to go back to proper job. I was on furlough for about 4 months and the gym is now back open, which is great news for everybody. But obviously with commitments now, I can't post as many videos as I'd like to. When I was off on furlough, I could do a lot more. It was really great, I had a lot more time, but I've got to go back to work. Plus, I've got a 4-year-old we have to look after, and we've got a baby on the way. Yay! So there's a lot of things going on in my life at the moment, but I'll try and post a video as much as I can, but it's not going to be as often as it was. Anyway, with that said, okay, so I just wanted to come back. So a few months ago, at the start of the lockdown and furlough period, I was lucky enough to get hold of a Total Gym, and I did a review on it back then. And I liked the machine, but I said, at the time, possibly they cost £1,000, and you could get a good set of dumbbells and a bench for that. However, since then I've been using it pretty much every week. Not just the Total Gym. I have been using the TRX. And I've got a presser board, which you can see in one of my other videos as well. And I've done some workouts on that. I've got a pull-up bar. But I have been working out at least 1 or 2 times a week on the Total Gym, just to mix it up a little bit. And I've got to say, I found it really fantastic. I've changed my mind a little bit, because when you get to use something and you get used to it, and you can see the variations of exercises, it just becomes a little bit better. Sometimes it can be a bit worse, sometimes be a bit better. But this machine is so good. I'm going to have to give this back at some point. Reluctantly, I've got to say. It's a great machine. I've had some great workouts on it. I've done some great chest workouts on it, some great back workouts on it. Biceps, triceps, legs are really good. Now, and I also posted a video showing it on my leg workouts, which I use resistance bands. I don't know if you can see that there. So I put the resistance bands on there. And wow, does that give some resistance on your legs, especially at the top phase of it. You can really feel it in your legs when you're pushing through them. You can get a great ab workout with these attachments, which I'll probably do a video on this when I get time. Okay, I will do a video on abs when on the Total Gym. But yeah, fantastic bit of kit. I wouldn't... If I had the money and I could pay £1,000 for the XLS, I definitely would buy one. Unfortunately, I don't have £1,000, but there is a budget version. I think you've got one called the 1000, which is hard to get hold of. That's quite old now. And there's another one which is called the Supreme, which is on the website in the US, not in the UK, unfortunately. Boo. And that's about $500, but I'm not sure. Is that about £400 around about there? So it's a little bit more affordable, but they're all out of stock. You can't get them. Probably because of the lockdown, people are doing a lot more home workouts. That's why you can't get hold of them. But going back to my old video from a few months ago, and after using the Total Gym, I definitely say that it's well worth the money. And also there's some people who think, well, it's not enough resistance on it, and you do see videos, and I've done one where you add resistance bands to increase the resistance of it. But realistically, if you look at some of the newer studies out there, the old way of thinking was for hypertrophy, for muscle growth, I think some people like to call it hypertrophy. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Okay, so for muscle growth, we leave it at muscle growth. And so you're looking at around about the 8 to 12 repetition mark, getting to failure around there. For strength training, you're probably looking sort of 4 reps and under, somewhere around there, maybe 4 pushing to 6 reps for sort of strength training, and you reduce the rep range and increase your sets. And then you've got the endurance fibre, which are type 1 fibres. And then you got, so we do increase reps. And it was always the train of thought, when I was being taught, that if you go above sort of 12 reps, you're hitting the endurance fibres, the type 1 fibres. So, okay, not the type 2A or type 2B fibres. So, and that was a train of thought. But now quite a few studies have come out, and what I'll try and do, I'll try and find one of these studies and post a link to it in the description box below this video, so you can have a look for yourselves, where they've studied where people do sort of the 6 to 10 rep range around there, go into failure, but people also doing the 25 rep range. And that 25 rep range, they almost had identical results. It was no difference in the muscle size in trained athletes and untrained athletes. Okay, well, you can't call them untrained athletes, untrained people, because they're not athletes, they're untrained. Okay, so in trained people and untrained people, they saw exactly the same muscle growth from biopsies and things like that in both the people who did the lower reps with a heavier weight and the higher reps at the 25 reps. I think the sweet spot is about 20 to 25 reps. But you must go to failure, that's the only thing. There is a downside to this, of course, there is a downside. Your session in the gym, if you're going to do 25 reps, you're going to be in there a whole lot longer, you know, and doing 25 reps, it burns, okay? It's like, all right? So when you're failing at around 8, your set's over quite quickly. If you're doing 25, you know, it takes a lot longer. But what I found is when I felt that, oh, well, you know, I can do 15, 20, 25 reps on something, when you get to when you start exercising using it a lot, then, you know, it still works. It still helps to build muscle and strength. So what I would suggest is to try and get in that 25 rep range. And also, when you think about it, right, is say for instance, for me, I've got rheumatoid arthritis, plus I'm 54 years old. I'm an old man, right? So, did I say 55? I'm 54. I'm adding years to my age. I'm not 55. That's an old man. And it's 54. I'm a young, very old man. Okay. But when you've got problems with your joints or you have injuries and you can't train, you can't lift heavy, so you think, oh, the world's ending, I can't train anymore. But the thing is, though, when you're doing sort of 25 reps with a lighter weight to failure, it's actually easier on the joints. So if you're trying to work through injuries, there's still hope for you. You can still build muscle and maintain your muscle using higher rep ranges. But again, the sweet spot is around 25, about 20 to 25 reps. Once you start going up to the 30, 40 rep range, it's diminishing returns. You don't get as much muscle growth. So I think about maximum of 25 reps is about the right. I think that's what these studies did. I don't think any of them went higher than 30 reps. So it's good to know. So going back to the total gym, so when you say, oh, well, you know, it's not heavy enough, it's not enough resistance, well, just up the reps, you're still going to build muscle. So there. No. Okay. Well, so that's my take on the total gym. Do I want to give it back? Absolutely not. Do I want to keep it? Yes. Right. I've locked all the doors, shut all the curtains. No one's coming in to get it back, okay? Not having it back, right? But I am going to have to give it back at some point. And as soon as one of the cheaper versions come up, the £300-400 ones or the $550 ones, as soon as they're available, I am going to get one. I'm going to save my money and try and get one if I have to give this back. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, thanks for watching. Like I said, I will try and post a little bit more often if I can. Depending on my personal life and my work life at the moment. Work-life balance is a little bit hard. Going back to we're trying to open a gym. It's mental there at the moment. We have to book and say, oh, I don't want to go on about it. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like the video. Come on and hit that like button. You've got nothing to lose. What? You subscribe, you can forget about me if you want. You just help me out to get to 1,000 subscribers. Come on. I've been doing this for you. Anyway, okay, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.